today we're going to talk a little bit about elevator pitches. St. Louis Business Resource Center is the consulting firm that handles Plan of Success, and I'm sitting with
Sharonda Ellis, and I am the owner of Events Above the Rest.
Okay, Sharonda, most small business owners have a hard time conveying their message in a short time frame where they want to condense all of their information in one impactful paragraph to get it to an audience. Have you ever been to a networking event?
Yes, I have.
Okay, so name some of the experiences that you've had when you went to networking events. What have you seen when you actually try to engage people?
Well, most of the time people are receptive to when you're trying to introduce yourself, because at a networking event, that's why they're there. So it's important that while you do have their attention, that you give them the wow factor, if you will, and give them information that's relevant and what they're looking for in a concise manner, and then that will spur further conversation.
There's a key. Conversation. I think that a lot of small business owners really take for granted the aspect of conversation. We want to get out our message so bad that we don't necessarily engage a lot in conversation. It's a small difference between standing in front of an audience and actually sitting down one-on-one, face-to-face with someone. Mm-hmm. So when you do your elevator pitch, do you interject questions?
Well, it's important to have a call to action in your elevator pitch. So, you give your information as what you do, how to contact you, and then a call to action. So yes, that can be a question, that can be a, visit here for a discount, or this is something that's going on within the company, go here to check out whatever information that you'd like to portray.
So what I like to tell small business owners, there's a couple of steps that when we go over elevator pitches, that elevator pitches are not always canned messages. Sometimes you really have to understand the target market that you're talking to. If you're at a networking event and it's full of executives versus being at a social event, maybe an annual barbecue for a company, or there's a lot of different ways to do elevator pitches, and you really have to target that market. So when it's on a one-on-one scale, many business owners really don't introduce themselves and say, how are you, how are you doing, what do you do for a living? Mm-hmm. If you pull that person in by engaging them in a conversation, your chances of success are a lot better. But if you just simply talk to them and say, hello, my name is Sharonda, I'm with Events Above the Rest, this is what we do. Now, what do you do? Then you have a chance of glazing them over, as I say. They kind of look like the deer in the headlights. So as we sit here and talk, what are some great introduction questions that you believe that a small business owner such as yourself can use?
Introduction questions. It could be, do you have a birthday?
Okay. Common ground type of questions. How's the weather? We're in St. Louis, so of course everyone loves the Cardinals here. Well, if you were in Florida, of course you would not ask about the Cardinals. So sports are easy common ground. St. Louis has this tradition of, where did you go to high school? Other cities have a tradition of, where did you go to college? And if it's at a restaurant, maybe we can talk a little bit about the different food. On food that's on the menu or food that's in the buffet. So after we engage in that initial, how are you, find the common ground, then it opens up the door to what I call body clues. And the body clues tell you whether or not it's time to do your elevator pitch. If the body clue shuts down, maybe it's time for more conversation. If the body clue opens up, or even if they ask you a question, what do you do? Then yes, of course, it's time to give your elevator pitch. So last couple of months, you've been practicing yours. So let's take 5 seconds and let's roll through. If you were talking in an audience, if you were up as a speaker, and then we'll roll through just the opposite if you were sitting down one-on-one with me. So let's do the first one. Let's do, if you're talking to an audience, let's do your elevator pitch.
Okay. I would say, my name is Sharonda Ellis, and I'm with Events Above the Rest. We're an event decorating and coordinating company, specializing in special events such as weddings, parties, and celebrations. You can find more information about us at eventsabove.com.
Okay, very good. You gave them nice, clear information on where to find you. You started off, you're very smooth. I even like the fact that you kind of messed up a little bit, but you came back and said, excuse me, and literally rolled with it. Now, let's do a little bit role playing, and let's act like we just met each other for the first time.
Okay.
Okay? Hello, my name is Curtis Triggs.
Hi, my name is Sharonda Ellis. How are you doing today?
I'm doing good. It's nice to meet you.
Nice
What
to meet
brings
you
you
as
to
well.
the event today?
Well, I am an event coordinator, and I just wanted to see if I can meet some more people that may be useful in my industry.
Oh, really? You're an event coordinator. So tell me a little bit about your company.
Well, my company name is Events Above the Rest, and we do weddings, celebrations, reunions, all sorts of parties and celebrations.
Okay, do you do weddings? So if I know a bride that's coming up, how would they be able to contact you?
Easy. Go to eventsabove.com, and there's our contact information. You can call, you can email, everything you need to do from there.
Okay. So, and that is the nice, easy way of doing two types of networking elevator pitches. As you walk in, you basically want to engage someone in conversation and have a goal of how many people you would like to meet. Go around the room, kind of scan the room, figure out who some of the key players are, because you definitely want to meet the person that actually hosted the event if you didn't know them already. And then the other thing is that you want to meet some of the busybodies within the room so they can be a cheerleader for you afterwards. You want to give a very short introduction of your company, let them know how they can contact you, give them a business card. In the event, like Ms. Sharonda just did, that you get an opportunity to do a speaking engagement, then it's a little bit opposite. You want to give nice, hard-hitting, action-type words that engage the audience, that make someone want to say, hey, I want to find out more about your company. So as we did our first challenge was a networking event for the small business owners. So we invite you to further look at the show and get as much information on elevator pitches as you can for your company. Thank you.